Hello everyone, it's QW here with Islands of Insight. We're here in Shady Wildwood because I haven't been here in a couple episodes, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of puzzles to solve. And actually there are kind of a bit. I think the only puzzle type we don't have anything of is the pattern grid today. It's the only one that's just one of one. So I'll be looking for everything else. There's nothing in particular that I need to solve. There's none of those like almost complete puzzles here that need to be finished, but I'll try to find what I can. We'll start here. Okay. I feel like going left to start would be nice, because otherwise I have to figure out how to get through that gap in another way. Oh, hold on. What if I went this way? Sorry, just in my mind I was like, what if I... Because this corner here, I was looking at this corner. Because once I get this corner, I should be able to get the rest of the puzzle. Yeah, that's it. Alright, how about you? Where do we look for... Hold on, cube. It's probably in this building. Am I blind? Oh, it's right next to that. Oh, that's interesting. And then that goes here. Nice. Hey, glide rings. There are 3 today, is that right? There are 3 glide rings today. And there's actually flow orbs as well, and a wandering echo, so I'm gonna go for those. Get these movement puzzles sort of off my back. If I can find them. This is a really simple puzzle. Not much going on there. Anyway. Oh, hold on, what's this? That's a completed puzzle. Sure. Oh. We got a sightseer. Might as well do that one too. We're looking, it looks like we're actually looking at that from over here. That leitmotif is helping me out. Yep. Oh, another one. I think we're on top of a wall over there. Let's get a little bit more air. And then we're just going to be on this wall. Whoa. Looking that way. There we go. The other thing I saw here, that's a maze I've already done, is... Oh, there's a cube. Oh, right there. Is the... Yep, the mosaic down here. I can only move these right now. And that's how it's done. How about it? Let's take a look at you guys. I gotta get somewhere to see all of these. The trouble is from here I can't see that piece unless I back up a lot. Maybe back up to here. There. One more perspective puzzle and I'll have that quest complete. This is a completed thingamajigger. Ah, a logic grid. Might as well do these. These are the best puzzles. Well, that's gotta be. That's gotta be. This feels like a tutorial puzzle. Once again, I kind of wish those were all in the enclaves and they left slightly harder ones out here. Not like the hardest puzzles in the game, but they should kind of assume that when you're doing the puzzles out here, you already know how the rules work, because these puzzles don't unlock until you've finished the enclaves. Oh well. That's probably on this side. Just a little bit through here. No, I guess I gotta go around the back. Oh, hey, look at that. Puzzle radar. Okay, I can move this into that corner. Yeah, that's it. Alright, area numbers and galaxies. Well, if we were to touch this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would overload. In fact, I think any way we do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 7 can't touch this piece at all. So it's going to have to go through here. And that's going to come up with that again without touching that. So we got 5. So that's got to be completely blocked in. Then it's got to go here. And it could go up 1 or on the left or on the right. This is going to have to move right at least once. So yeah, it's going to go up here. So now this 5 is going to be there. Nice. Alright, I do see a hidden pentat. I think this is the only hidden pentat available for the day. Huh. Oops, didn't place that tree appropriately. Alright, let's see. Oh hey, there's another matchbox and a ring. I should be hitting any matchboxes I can, because that is the other quest I'm doing. Felt like there should have been something down there. There we go. Alright, another matchbox and a sightseer over here, so let's grab those. Where's this red box for that guy? There it is. Alright. We're looking over here somewhere. Right? Feels like it's these guys. Ah, there's the ring. The set of rings that's in the image, so we want to get over here. For the back, yeah. Nice. Excellent. Was there anything else over here I missed? I don't think so. We did the hidden pentat, which is the only one for the day. There's still 13 left in this world, but we're not going to see them for a bit. When it comes to the other hidden objects, like I've looked, hidden cubes and hidden rings I've done, I think hidden cubes and hidden archways. I think archways I've done, you know, a tad over 50% in the whole game, as well as the hidden cubes, a tad over 50% in the whole game. Rings, though, I haven't hit 50%. For some reason, I just don't do those. Alright, I'm going to head back to the puzzle radar, help me find some more puzzles. There. And I'm not looking for anything in particular, but again with these, I tend to go for hidden object puzzles because you can just grab them and keep running, which gives me the most amount of puzzles I can find in a single run. Right? Like, I just do that and I keep going. I just do this and I keep going. There's another puzzle radar there, so I'm not too worried about that. Like, I was just here and I missed this. Like, I was literally right here. I didn't do that puzzle. So there's a ring here I can grab. That's good. Eventually, I will have done enough of these hidden object puzzles that what I'm really looking for are specific puzzle types. And I've had that happen before, but this works for me. So, okay, there's going to be 3 archways to grab here, 4, but I'm going to miss, or I'm going to lose the puzzle reader. So let's grab this first. So that can't attach, so that would overload. That would overload, so that would now overload. That finishes this off. Now that's got to connect. The 2 can't go there, so it's got to be like so. So now we have, oops, we have this like that. Is that right? I think so. I think we gotta just do this. Oops, that's not the right way. I think we gotta do it this way. Yeah, that's what it was. So there's got to be 3 more archways as I head down this path. There's one here. I see it. There's one somewhere here. Yep. And then there's one somewhere on this island, I feel is going to be where it is. This is probably too far away to be looking, so... It wasn't more that way, was it? It wasn't on this... Yeah, it was... it was up there, that was it. Gonna get a slight bit of air so I can jump up and go through. That's the one. And there's a sightseer down here, so let's grab it. That's not here at all. That is way over there. Well, I've grabbed it, so let's do it. But we're gonna do it quick and then come back. And then I guess I'll get this flow orb that's here. Because there's no way this is Shady Wildwood. Right? So where am I going to stand that's going to see it this way? Because that's the building, but I think I got to be even higher. So let's get up here and go more this way. Is it here? That has to be, that rift there has to be closer to the bottom, which suggests more like here. New pattern grids in Verdant Glen. They're trying to lure me back to Verdant Glen all the time. Oh, that could be more like here. There. Okay. Anyway. How many flow orbs do we got in Autumn Falls now? There's 2. Might as well do this one. This looks like a long one. Touch 18 flow orbs. Feels like I'm not going to get a great time just doing this. I'll take it. It's a gold time. Anyway, back to what I was doing before I was so rudely interrupted. I've also forgotten where the other puzzle radar was that I was working on. It's somewhere back up this way, I think. There it is. Unless it's a different one and there's more. But we'll use this to get some more hidden objects. That are back up this way. There's... yeah, there. That way. There's a light motif. Nice. There's another flow orb there. Oh yeah, there's a flow orb here. Well, I'll check that out after this. See how many of these archways and things I can grab. That's a pattern grid, I think, over there. No, I think it's a memory grid over there. Actually, I do want to do the memory grids. Yeah, I want to do this. What am I missing? Wait, what? So this is correct. Wait, what? Is this stuff wrong? No, those are right. Oh, hold on. It's this. I hate that. Okay. So back to this direction here. We'll get this flow orb. Because how many do we have in this world? We just have 2. 7 flow orbs, huh? Are we serious with that? Did I seriously just fly under it? Wait, where are the red? Oh, they're over there. They're all up here. Okay, let's try that again. So we want to... Oh, there's one... Oh, the game really wants me to start up here then, doesn't it? Oh, I missed. Alright, I'll take that. Good enough for me. That's already solved. Those are already solved. This isn't, though. Okay, well, that's the ending point. So what if we went... If we went up through here, we'd have to go up to not make another dead end. Right? That's it. That's the path. So we go this way. Oops. Go this way again. And then we're going to go around, and now we have a path all the way through. Yeah, I usually like solving these backwards. Start with where you think the puzzle is going to end, and then what has to happen from there, especially when the puzzle looks like it has multiple paths that are all valid. Hey, another one of these. And a Shy Aura. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Okay, I think those are there. Alright, well, let's check by not... Let's sneak. There's only a couple of these available in this day, I guess. There's like only one more, so... Oh well. This... Sky drop there. Flowers, those aren't anything. Don't really see much else happening here. Another sky drop. This way. 60 seconds of that thing that's not that useful. I don't think chromatic sky drops work in the sky drop challenge either, so there is that. Well, I can move these, so I can move this down and move this guy up. I can only move that one space, I think. Seems maybe that. Maybe I can only... I need to get this up. How do I do it? Unless I'm missing something, maybe that's not the way. Well, this can't do anything. We can't move these. This piece is really blocking me. So if I do have to move that down. There's no way to get this up and then get this piece out. So I can move this over here, but this leaves the most space, but it doesn't let me progress further. Is there any way to move this over, unless I can somehow get all of these pieces down? But this is back where I started. I can move this one down, and now this goes over. That will let me do this stuff. Yeah, that's how it is. It's the other way around. I was going the wrong way. I would say that's a good puzzle. It really baited me hard. There's got to be something in these ruins. I see some logic grids. That's a good start. That's complete. The 8 has to move down at least that far and that far. The 3 is not complete. Anything else? No black squares and connect all dark cells. So we do have to do this and that. Let's see. Connecting dark cells is going to force us that way. The 8 can't go all the way to the edge on either side because it would cut off all the black cells. Let's see, this 2 is complete, so we do have to do this. No squares means that is how we solve it here. We have to bring through here with no squares, and that's that. Cool. 2s and 3s, no squares. I know dark squares connect dark cells, 1 symbol per light area. That means one of these got to be light, one of those got to be light. Well, the only way to get that in there is put the 2 up. This 2 can't go that way. The 3 has got to go down, so that's complete. This has to come through. We can't bring the 3 all the way down, so it has to move to the right at least once. So that's now a choke point. And I've lost. So this isn't right. If I do this, I have a dark cell I can't do anything with. If I do this, now I have a light cell I can't do anything with. I think I screwed this up. But if this doesn't go here, if this is a dark cell, what do I do here? It feels like this really has got to be the one. Maybe we go this way. Maybe that's the trick. Because that way we can bring this up, and we can bring that around. That's what it is. No, it isn't. Because then that's blocked off. So something here's got to be different. That's blocking that. That blocks that. This is a 3 difficulty puzzle I'm screwing up on, so I'm obviously not very smart. Again, there's no way to do this, because this has to attach to a light area somewhere, so it can't be that. This can't attach to anything, and this can't attach to anything, so this does have to be a light cell. This can't be a light cell. This can't be a light cell. So I think that's forced. This can't be a light cell, so it's dark cell. Again, that's going to leave me with a square here. I have to have something going on there. I could bring this through. That's it. Wow, is that so hard for me? Hey, music grid. Alright, kind of boring. I wonder if there's anything up on top of this. I didn't check. I don't think I've checked up at the top of this building in years. New logic grids not on false. It's nice, but I don't care. Oh, hold on. This is our last one of these. 11 floor. Looks like we're just kind of in an S pattern. I bet I can do better than that. That was worse. That was slightly better. Slightly worse. Mm-hmm. Got that again. Missed a piece. Ooh, close. Missed a piece. There it is. Got it. Alright, so that's all the floors for the day, but how many are there in the world still to do? There's still 9. Where haven't I looked? I think I haven't looked on that side of the world. We can go there. That's just an enclave. I forget what enclave that is, but I don't care right now. I think it was one of like the bonus enclaves that didn't really do much. We can grab this puzzle. I have to move up. It's the only move, and then I have to move this way. Moving to the right is a dead end, so I have to move down. Except that's not true. I have to move up and then right and then down. Kind of feels like all the moves are preordained here. It's the only move that works. But now I have a couple options. I can go down. I can do this. I need to be on this one here. So I need to go one more. I need to be like this and then go up. I could have sworn I saw something over there as I was flying, but I did not know it was an arch. I just knew there had to be something. That's a completed maze. That one is not a completed maze. So let's drop in and say hello. 17 seconds? Alright, that's not going to be much. Kind of seems like we're just following the one path. Oh, I guess that was an opening. Yeah, it wasn't. I should have just tried it. And this one? That one's complete. I found a lot of archways today. I'm very happy about that. Looking, I think this archer right here with a little bit more, a little further back, not that far back. It feels like that's the one. Maybe further this way? No, I can't go any further this way. Down here? Yeah, down here. There it is. How many of those sightseers done? There's only a couple left today. I've done about half of them in this world. There's just so many sightseers. Feels like there should be less of them, but they're not terrible. I don't mind doing sightseers, so it's okay if there's a lot of them. It's just that once you've kind of done a few sightseers, you've really done them all as far as like what you have to do. The only question is whether, you know, the view that you're given is obvious or not. But I haven't really seen any twists on Sightseers that make the puzzle more interesting. It just kind of does its thing, and then that's it. Whereas like logic grids always have twists on them that make them interesting. What do we got here? So we know that. We got some tetrominos. Dark and light cells connected, so that means that these two have to be, one's dark, one's light. That's what that's going to be. There's no way they're both the same, right? Because, like, yeah, we'd have to do that. So, is there any way if this is dark that this can connect here? Yes, it can. In fact, we could just do this, right? No, hold on. This would have to go like that. In fact, hold on. This could never go all the way across. That can't go all the way across either. If this were dark, then we'd have to have at least this. Now the question is, yeah, we would have a problem there. So, if I said this was dark, however, we would have to do it this... Oh, that's it. It's just a really simple pattern. What the hell is wrong with me? Oh, eyesore puzzle. Exactly one symbol per light area. Well, definitely no more than one because of these, but it means we can't have an isolated pattern. So we can't blop that down there. We can't do that. That's gonna just make sure I'm blocking all of the times we can move two together. That can't go there. I think those are all of the times and obvious things gonna happen. So now, galaxy-wise, that's got to be blocked off. The galaxies on the edge really can't do much. So the question is, this piece can't go down, so it's got to be blocked in, which means this has to be the piece. This now has to be blocked in. This has to be blocked in, so that's got to come out somewhere. This piece has to connect there, and then that's complete. I think this is going to go this way. Right? Like so. And that's that. Yep. And now, connect dark cells, one symbol per light area. But I don't have to worry about this sort of thing, so I don't have to try to get the 10 into this corner. The 5, the 2... Well, if this is a dark cell, so is that. If the light cell, that's a dark cell. So we know we have to do this. Means that's got to be a dark cell. Means this has to be light. Same issue here. If this is dark cell, that's a light cell. That's dark. So the 2 is complete. These have to escape. That's gonna be complete as well. This 2 could go either way at the moment. The dark cells are gonna have to come through here. That's really all we can do with this 4. That 4's got to be complete. This 4 can move 2 spaces over if we like. This can't be a light cell. This is a light cell. It has to connect to one of these 2. Can't reach that one. If it reaches this one, it cuts off the dark cells. It's got to be a dark cell, which means the light cell's got to at least go that way, because the furthest it can go is 2 spaces to the left. This 4 could move up 1 space, but it can't move over, so it does have to move left. This 10 can only move that way a couple spaces, so it does have to move over. It's got to be like so. This could go here? No, if this went there, we'd cut things off, so this does have to be complete. This would be okay, I guess, but so would that. Now, if I blocked it here, we would just need to make sure... Yeah, we would just have this happen, and then... we would be dead. This would only be a 9 space, so that actually does have to be a dark. So that has to go at least. This could be... In fact, that isn't what we have to do here. Great. And I've been here already today. How about this building this way? Oh boy. So I'm tempted to move upward to clear this little section out. Because other way, yeah. If I don't go up to start, I have to come through this part as a 3x1, right? Like if I move this way, now how am I going to get through that top section? I would have to come maybe up through this way, but if I move to the right from here, I block this entire top section off. And if I were to come in from this side, how would I finish that off? This is now a dead end. Which is still a possible thing to do, but it feels like this is the first move I gotta make. So now I have to do this stuff, and then yeah, that's all I gotta do is move upwards and then take the obvious choice. Oh hey, there's a 1-star puzzle. I want to do that. Alright, well that's done. 1 symbol per dark area, and then just the regular rules. So we just got to figure out what symmetrical pattern is going to get this going. So I can't move to the left or right of this dark cell because then it would overload because you would have 4. So we have to do it this way, and we only have to have 1 of these being a dark cell. This one being 3, this one being 4. Okay, 3 again here. If I block this in, I have to block that in entirely, and then I would have to do... No, hold on. If I did this, how do I do this section? I would have to block all 4 of these in, but it's 1 symbol per dark area, so I can't do that. So I have to put at least 1 dark cell in here. So these can't be dark at all. Now, even if I fill all of these in, at least 1 dark cell is here, so both of these are dark cells. Now to get 4 in here, if I put 1 here, I have to put 1 there, but I can't fill in 4 dark cells just from here, so both of these are dark cells. So I feel like, okay, I can only get 2 dark cells here, so there have to be 2 minimum here. If there were 3 here, I would have to do... I would have to block all this off. So there's only 2 here. Feels like one of them's got to be this, because if it's not, then I can't get 2. So this is a dark cell. We're going to block that, which means this can't be. Means that can't be. Now we do have to make all of these. So this has to be it. That's how we go. Both of these, now we have to connect here. These are finished. Only 1 dark cell and 1 dark cell in here. It has to be this one. Hold on, that means I've done this wrong. No, that's not right. I can do it like this. And that means... Ooh, I can do it like this, and then we're done. That's an interesting one. I like that puzzle. Ooh, that's the last shy ore of the day. Let me fly without looking at him. Apparently that doesn't count. What if I stand here? Alright. Let's do one of these. He might want me to sneak up on him. But just in case I'm not looking at him. Alright, that's all the shy auras for today. Wish there were a little bit more per day here. I just gotta move a little bit this way, get both of them. Alright, for 1 symbol per dark and light area, that's gonna force this move. The 4 has to move at least one of these directions, which means this can't be a dark cell. The 4 can only move one space down, so it's got to move over, but then it's blocked, so we do in fact have to make this move. That's done. That's got to be a dark cell. We've got these being done here. These are complete. This 5 can't touch the 3, so there you go. It's much easier than some of the other 4-pip puzzles we've done. Right through there. If we just move... I don't see how that was much of a puzzle. Once again, feels like a tutorial puzzle. We shouldn't have those out here because you still have to unlock them before you see them. Anyway, this 3 cannot attach to this galaxy because then it's going to overload, so we have to bring it around here. This can't attach here because then it's going to overload that direction, so we got to block it here. We can't attach it here because it'll be a 7, so it's got to be like this. One of these two, not sure. Actually, this is possible. This, however, is not, because no matter what we do, we're going to overload. So it is, in fact, this for the 7, and we're done. Okay, let's see about this. I feel like we can end with yellow-red. So let's get the cyan pieces, and then the blue piece. And then let's work on getting green and purple. Can I get green and purple? Yes. So now it's just yellow-red. Yeah. Something here? No, that's just the branches. That's a ring I've already gotten. Done both of those puzzles. Alright. I've done a whole lot of this area. It's been about 40 minutes just in Shady Wildwood. Anything hidden in this crevice here? Because it feels like you could really hide. It's a good crevice. Crevices are amazing for hiding things in. And we got a puzzle here, and we got one... there. I was getting really picky as far as letting me solve the puzzle. Can I get this one here in time? Nope, I can't. Anything else down here? Shady Wildwood Exploration Day. Kinda looks like there's nothing here. Oh, there's one there. There's a logic grid. Okay. No branching paths connecting dark and light cells. Interesting. So these dark cells are going to have to escape through there somewhere, but not sure exactly how. It means they got to go here and there. This is complete. We can only have one more dark cell in this entire row here. This is complete. So this is also a dead end, because if I try to get through, like, we're gonna have a problem. We can't have both of these, so only one more here. So we have one dead end here, one down here, which means both of these have to come through. And only 2 here means that is the way. So we gotta bring that through at the very least. That's complete, that's complete, so that's how we do this. Now, connecting light cells does mean this has to come through. It kind of feels like this is all you really got to do there. Anything in this sort of like transitionary building area. Oh, there's a puzzle radar. I can at least grab that, see what we've got. Oh, there were puzzles down there. I just missed them. Let's grab them. Yeah, I totally just missed. They're all like hidden object or leitmotif-ish thing. Oh, okay, that ring isn't there. But that was just right here. It wasn't even hidden that well. I just didn't look. This ring is going to be here. Come on! Stupid collision in this game. There, and then there's one more down here. That kind of solves everything I can be doing at this moment. Yeah. So what we're going to do now, I am going to be tempted back over this way. Let's see if there's anything here I can solve that's worth it. I got one sightseer. One sentinel stone. No. Ah. There's pattern grids. Not as worried about those. Still nothing on that front. Couple morphic fractals. Plenty of that. So I'm just going to go... Because I don't want to spend that much more time in this video, I'm going to just do a real quick run through of this place. Hold on, let's get the quest you can claim. Morphic fractals and Shioras. That'll take forever to do. All of these will take forever to do. But I am looking for a couple morphic fractals today. So those, as well as a sightseer. If I can find a sightseer, it'd be really nice. Come on. Any more of these? It kind of took care of all those sky drops I could see. Alright, that. Yeah, these all gotta be straight lines. Connecting all dark cells. I think these all just have to be straight lines here. But now it's got to go this way. Dark regions have 5, light regions have 5. So this can't be a dark region, because it would make a dark region of 5, but it would force a light region of 2. So that's a dark region. That's it. What's going to allow me to actually find the puzzles I want, really, is either incredible luck or one of those puzzle radars. Hold on, that's incredible luck, because that's the sightseer I want. Alright, we're just looking down. Which angle through this? It's looking through a gateway here. So, do we just gotta get down here somewhere? It's gotta be, yeah, just right down the center. Alright, where was that puzzle radar? It was somewhere here. It's right there. So that was the one sightseer, right? So Sentinel Stone would be nice to find. Those I'll just grab. Pattern grids would be cool. There's really nothing there. Morphic fractals would also be nice. Okay. This will get me up in the air, at the very least. Ah! Morphic fractal. There we go. Be very lucky if the other one is near enough that I can see it from here, but I don't think I'm going to get that lucky. This looks already like it's really close, so I don't know what the deal is. These gotta be visible, I guess, or maybe further back or something. Yeah, this is one of those where they all just look right. Is there another way to get to this arrangement? I don't think so. These have to be close. In fact, they're almost touching. These are almost touching. This almost feels like a puzzle. But the amount of curls are very visible. This is too many, so this is too few. So it feels like we've got this amount. Those are now touching. Oh, that counts. Okay. Like, it solves before I feel like I've gotten to the point that it's solved. So even in the morphic fractals where it feels like a puzzle, I don't really feel like I've solved it when it gives it to me. Okay. Don't make dark squares. Connect all dark cells. Light region save area 3. Cool. Connect dark cells. Gotta do that. Light cells don't have to all be connected. Oh, they should be area 3, so it can't be this. This can't be a light cell. So, there's that. Can't have those. Can't have that, so we're done here. That's gotta be that. This is okay. No, we can't have a square there, so we have to have a light cell here. Can't block that off. But we do have to have at least those being light cells. Actually, this would just solve our puzzle for us right there. Okay. What are the chances I stumble on the morphic fractal? Probably nothing. Unless I find another puzzle radar and then really explore. That one's a completed puzzle, I believe. Yes. Sentinel stones would also be a good thing to find, now that I think about it. We've got 6 of these, so we don't want to break any 4-of-a-kinds anywhere. Any reason why I wouldn't break this? This is a trap at the beginning, I don't want to do that. If I did this, however... Could I break these and then get something? Like, this isn't great. How do I not break a 4-of-a-kind somewhere? Like, it has to be some move like this. There it is. Nice. Dark regions of area 6, so those can't connect to each other. That would overload. That would overload. So now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try this real quick. Let's take a look this direction. Doesn't look like anything's there. We're going to head this way and see if the morphic fractal isn't on this side. But regardless of whether or not we find it, I feel like we're reaching the end of our video, reaching the end of my patience. So, we'll head here. Well, there's another puzzle radar, and there's a pattern grid down there. That's good. A couple pattern grids, actually. Hold on. There's an archway I'm not going to grab unless I've got the radar to tell me where to go. I haven't done this maze either. Now we're talking. This one's going to be a more complex thing. Still kind of looks like it's just do one floor at a time, but the floors are a little harder to find your way on. Yeah. That was the idea. Okay, there were pattern grids around here too, and I just completely forgot where they were. Somewhere out here, maybe? Regardless, we have that puzzle radar to help us up here. Wait, hold on. We've got a skydroppery thing going on. Yeah. Ethereal skydrop. Nice. Okay, so with this, I want to be checking in these upper areas. Because it looks like there's another ethereal, or not ethereal, I think, another, whatever you call it. Puzzle radar. Oh no. This is going to be especially tricky if I can't... If I've got this weird red... around there because of the thing. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm going to try going this way. See if I can't find another way up. Nope. Oh, other way. This is what I wish every maze was like, right? No, it's gotta go this way. Oh, there must be something here. There. There we go. Right? Like, we're going up and down and around. Like, it's actually taking advantage of the fact that we're in a 3D space. Know what I mean? Oh. I think there's a way through here, yeah. Yeah. Oops. Like, yeah, this is why it's a 3D maze. Music grids and Lucha Waters is always tempting. There we go. That's a maze. Okay, so I guess we'll check this corner area. There's the Sentinel Stones I want. There it is. There's the last Morphic Fractal, and we'll come back to the Sentinel Stones, and we'll call that good. I want the circle to be somewhat here, but the tendrils need to go the opposite direction. Like this. Here. Actually, let's grab the pattern grid. Where is it? Thought I saw a pattern grid on here. Oh, there it is. Complete the pattern. It looks like it's just this, and then we just do that. 4. Oh, 4's got to connect to itself. The 4's got to connect to itself, and then that if we're going to connect all dark cells. Sentinel Stones, and then we're basically done. Hoop, hoop. Feels like I want to be in this little corner right there. Excellent. And then I'll do that logic grid that's up there, and we'll call it a day. A very productive day. Dark regions of 4, light regions of 2. Well, then we do have to do this. Dark, we can't... Wait, hold on. Light regions of area 2, dark regions of area 4. I had that backwards in my head. So that is how we do it. Oop, that way. Cool. Well, it's been a good time over here. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm gonna leave. So y'all have a good day now. Bye.